Hey there, I'm Frank Mitchell. On this channel, it's all about helping you understand your car and keeping it running the way it should. Whether it's routine maintenance or solving those tricky problems, I've got you covered. If you find this useful, give the video a like, hit that subscribe button, and be sure to watch till the end. You might learn something that saves you time and money. All right, let's get started.
The Stellantis Group has been the driving force behind the segment of large MPVs derived from industrial vehicles. Its portfolio of brands allows it to offer different models based on the same platform, technology, and mechanicals. The category has grown a lot in recent years, and today we see the greatest diversity of all, both in terms of brands, body styles, and mobility systems. This time we face two very similar models both in concept and presentation. This is the comparison between the Volkswagen ID, Buzz, and Citroën ë-SpaceTourer. Two direct rivals that will not make it easy to get a winner. Volkswagen ID, Buzz price. One of the determining factors in this comparison, and in all of them in general, is price. The minivans over 4.7 meters are more expensive than the compact, but its value lies in the generous space they offer. If we analyze the rates of both rivals, we see that the cheapest model in this analysis is the Citroën ë-SpaceTourer with a starting price of €54,019. Its German rival, the Volkswagen ID, Buzz, is offered from a minimum cost of €63,560. A significant difference that we will take into account at the time of the conclusions. Given the high amounts, neither can benefit from the aid program for the purchase of electric vehicles, the well-known Moves 3 plan, promoted by the government. Volkswagen ID, Buzz, Citroën ë-SpaceTourer dimensions. Given the recent launch of the ID, Buzz on the market, for now only offered with a possible body length being significantly smaller than its French rival. The advantage of the ë-SpaceTourer is that it does offer two different sizes, M and XL, allowing it to adapt to different uses and buyers depending on the needs of seats, trunk, or space. The difference in length is significant, with the French model between 25 and 60 centimeters longer than the German. Despite this, the Volkswagen ID, Buzz, is significantly heavier. VW ID, Buzz, Citroën ë-SpaceTourer M, Citroën ë-SpaceTourer XL, length 4.71 meters, 4.96 meters, 5.31 meters, width 1.98 meters, 1.92 meters, 1.92 meters, height 1.94 meters, 1.90 meters, 1.90 meters, wheelbase 2.99 meters, 3.27 meters, 3.27 meters, weight 2,459 kilograms, 2.140 kg, 2.167 kg, trunk min 1,121 liters, 603 liters, 2,100 liters max. Trunk 2,205 liters, 2,700 liters. If there is something that both electric minivans share, is that they both use a passenger car platform. In the case of the ë-SpaceTourer, Citroën uses the EMP2 platform of the Stellantis Group, the same that we see in other popular models, such as the Citroën C5 Aircross. For its part, Volkswagen uses in the ID, Buzz the MEB platform specifically developed for electric models of the German conglomerate. It is the same used by the Volkswagen ID, for or Skoda Enyaq IV. Interior dimensions and roominess. The purchase of a minivan is rarely made for mere questions of design, but its purchase is based on reason and practicality. When it comes to habitability, both stand out for the amount of space they offer to their passengers, although it must be recognized that Citroën offers better interior versatility. The ë-SpaceTourer is able to offer up to 9 seats distributed in 3 rows of seats, while, for now, the ID, Buzz must make do with 5 fixed seats in 2 rows. Unlike the French, Volkswagen does not offer rails on the floor with which to modify the interior configuration, something that detracts from its abilities as a minivan. Second row Volkswagen ID, Buzz, second row Citroën ë-SpaceTourer trunk. Despite losing out in terms of roominess, the German electric car quickly makes up ground when it comes to trunk space. The fixed rear bench seat of the ID, Buzz allows you to offer a large cargo space with a minimum volume of 1,121 liters, expandable to 2,205 liters if we completely fold the second row in a 60-40 ratio. The Citroën also achieves good data in terms of trunk volume, although it also achieves this by offering a much longer body. The MPV with the largest capacity of all is the ë-SpaceTourer XL with a minimum volume of 2,100 liters with only 2 rows of seats. Trunk Volkswagen ID. Buzz with 2 rows of seats. Citroën ë-SpaceTourer trunk engine and performance. Mechanically speaking, both opt for very similar structures. Both are electric with a very similar battery size, 77 kWh net capacity for the German and 75 kWh gross capacity for the French. They are only available with a single motor, on the rear axle in the case of the ID. Buzz and on the front axle in the case of the French model. Neither is able to offer all-wheel drive versions, although both have different pre-programmed driving modes. Citroën ë-SpaceTourer engine range. ë-SpaceTourer 75 kWh, HEV, 136 horsepower. Volkswagen ID. Buzz Citroën ë-SpaceTourer consumption. With the charging infrastructure still too limited in our country, it is essential to analyze the range of each electric car that comes to market in order to assess its practicality. When it comes to consumption, Volkswagen achieves better records than its French rivals with a combined consumption in WLTP cycle of 20.9 kWh per 100 kilometers traveled. Thanks to this is able to approve a range of up to 417 kilometers. The ë-SpaceTourer offers significantly higher figures of around 29.5 kWh per 100 kilometers. The figure limits its range to a maximum of 330 kilometers under the WLTP type approval cycle. Equipment. From the inside, both are practical and minimalist in terms of their presentation. Digitalization has a specific weight in both models, highlighting the ID. Buzz as a more complete car in terms of equipment and technologies, something that also influences the selling price. The German model wins this section thanks to exclusive systems such as Matrix IQ, light headlights, the head-up display, or the wider range of driving assistance systems. However, the multimedia system of the ë-SpaceTourer is more competitive thanks to its greater simplicity, although the image quality is worse. Volkswagen ID interior. Buzz Citroën ë-SpaceTourer interior. Given the range limitations of both models, it is not easy to determine a clear winner, although, after carefully analyzing the previous sections, we think that the Volkswagen ID. Buzz is a more logical purchase, as long as you don't need space for more than 5 occupants. The limited space and the higher selling price are the biggest shortcomings of the German minivan. For its part, the Citroën ë-SpaceTourer has an excessively poor autonomy and a too basic equipment considering what its rival offers. Of course, its price is much lower and its habitability options better.